Have you ever wondered if it is possible to decipher what a person is thinking just by observing their brain activity? Well, you are not alone. For years, cognitive neuroscientists have been fascinated by the potential of decoding mental states from brain activity. It's a fundamental question that not only shapes our understanding of how the brain encodes information, but also opens up a world of practical applications and ethical implications. Imagine being able to non-invasively record signals from multiple locations in the brain simultaneously and interpret them to understand a person's current mental state. But we're not there yet. Conventional approaches have given us insights into the relationship between mental states and brain activity, but the full spectrum of information encoded in our brain activity still remains a mystery. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of the human brain, we find ourselves on the brink of a new frontier in neuroscience. The human brain, a complex organ, has always been a subject of intrigue, and non-invasive techniques such as functional MRI have made it possible to peek into its workings. This remarkable technology gives us a live feed of the brain in action, recording signals from various locations simultaneously. Yet for all its sophistication, the traditional way of analyzing these data presents a significant limitation. It's like trying to understand an orchestra by listening to each instrument in isolation. This approach has certainly shed light on the relationship between cognitive and mental states and brain activity, providing valuable insights into the workings of our mind. However, it doesn't quite capture the symphony of the brain, the interconnectedness of its parts. It overlooks the fact that our mental states aren't just the result of activity at single locations, but rather the full spatial pattern of activity. But with recent advances, we are now exploring beyond the limitations of conventional approaches. Imagine if we could decode a person's current mental state by recognizing characteristic spatial patterns of brain activity. Sounds like science fiction, right? But it's not. In the intriguing world of cognitive neuroscience, recent advances have paved the way for a novel approach: pattern recognition applied to neuroimaging data. This technique goes beyond the conventional, examining not just activity at single locations, but the full spatial pattern of activity. Imagine mapping out a city. Traditional methods might tell you where the tallest buildings are, but they won't show you how the city's layout influences the flow of traffic. Similarly, pattern recognition in brain activity allows us to see the bigger picture, to understand how different regions of the brain interact to create mental states. This technique has been successful in revealing the principles underlying the representation of objects in the ventral visual pathway. It's like a key, unlocking our understanding of how the brain encodes information related to our cognitive and perceptual states. Furthermore, it can also reveal conscious and unconscious sensory representations of individual features. Imagine being able to track the dynamic changes in the contents of consciousness over time. It's like watching a movie of the mind, providing a deeper understanding of our ever-changing mental landscape. While these decoding techniques hold promise, they also come with their own set of challenges. But who said decoding the human brain would be easy? After all, it's the most complex structure in the known universe. As we stand on the precipice of being able to decode mental states, we are faced with a host of ethical concerns and technical challenges. The power to reveal covert or unconscious mental states, while scientifically fascinating, brings to light serious ethical and privacy issues. Imagine, for instance, the potential misuse of such techniques in the realm of lie detection or revealing covert attitudes. This is a reality we must grapple with. Undeniably, the stakes are high. The scientific community, and particularly those in the field of neuroimaging, must engage with these concerns in a thoughtful and considered manner. It's not enough to simply acknowledge these issues. We must actively work within existing ethical frameworks to navigate them. Our responsibility is not only to the advancement of knowledge, but also to the preservation of the privacy of thought. At the same time, we are faced with significant technical and methodological barriers. To unlock the full potential of these decoding techniques, we must overcome challenges such as generalizing across individuals and different cognitive and perceptual states. The complexity of the brain, with its intricate and multifaceted patterns of activity, is a formidable obstacle. But despite these challenges, the future is promising. The advent of pattern recognition in neuroimaging has already given us unprecedented insights into how information is encoded in the brain. As we continue to advance in this field, we must tread carefully, respecting the privacy of thought, while pushing the boundaries of our understanding of the human mind.